Welcome to the Chic Show. My name is Marla, and if you like DIYs and home decor on trend, on demand, and on a budget, then you're in the right place. Today I have some rustic farmhouse Christmas DIYs for you. I hope that you'll consider subscribing and giving me a thumbs up. It definitely helps me out. Project number 1 is a rustic Christmas tree sign. I printed off some simple Christmas trees that I could trace onto this piece of wood that I had in our garage. It's actually a piece of fencing that had fallen down, and I cut it to size. Once I have the placement for my trees, I trace around them with a pencil, and then I will use DIY paint and white swan to fill in the trees. I did also go ahead and add kind of a snowdrift at the bottom of the sign. Once both trees were painted in, I added some eye hooks to the top of the sign and used wire to make a wire hanger. I curled my wire around a pencil and fed it through one of the eye hooks, and then I decided to add some wood beads. Once I have placed all my wood beads, I go ahead and feed it through the other eye hook and give it another twirl with that pencil. To give this more of a neutral farmhouse look, I used a white bow, some white berries, and greenery from Dollar Tree. I tied the bow around the eye hook, and then I hot glued the berries and the greenery to the front. I think this is a piece that can carry you from Christmas straight into winter. Project number 2 is a baseboard ornament. I got a long piece of a green baseboard free at a garage sale, and I cut it into smaller sections. I saved this piece from a snowflake that I cut out on my silhouette cameo, and I'm using it as a stencil for this piece. I'm using DIY paint and white swan to stencil the snowflake on the baseboard. Not too bad. Now I'm going to drill 2 holes through the top so that I can make a hanger for the ornament. Using the same wire I used for the last project, I'm again going to give it a twist around my pen and make a hanger for this ornament. For the bow, I used a piece of ripped cheesecloth. Once I had that into a bow I was happy with, I gave it a little bit of hot glue so it wouldn't move around, and I also added a small pine cone. And here's a look at it on my small tree. Project number 3 is a glass jar frame. For this one, you will need some kind of a glass jar with a metal lid, and we're going to rust the lid using salt, vinegar, and hydrogen peroxide. It does help if you scuff it up a bit with some sandpaper. The key to getting this to rust is to add more hydrogen peroxide than vinegar or salt. I checked it every few minutes and could tell something was happening, but it wasn't happening as quickly as I thought it would, so I left it for at least half an hour. And here's the way it turned out, and you can tell it did rust more on the places where I sanded, so I could probably have sanded that top a little bit more. Now I'm adding some Epsom salt to my jar to make a snowy frame for my printouts. I printed from Graphics Fairy some vintage Christmas postcards, and I'm going to roll that up and put that into the jar. You could also use family Christmas photos or take the snow out and use regular photos any time of year. Now I'm going to add some baker's twine and a small Christmas tree to embellish the top. I love how this little jar turned out, and it's very simple and a different take on a photo frame. Thanks so much for watching today, and I hope you enjoyed these rustic farmhouse Christmas ideas. Remember to share the chic. Bye now.